What's going on, Winning Shop family? Listen, I'm here back for a double header today. I got 100 o'clock with me. We're going to discuss W. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is week 3. Talking about reactions, talking about updates on injuries, talking about updates on Commissioner's Cup, talking about updates on All-Star, talking about updates on teams being sorry, talking about updates on teams still being undefeated, talking about updates on how we going to... Never mind. We're just going to start right there. We got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, as you just heard me say. Let's start with the fact that the Dallas Wings are 1-10. Let's start with the fact that the New York Liberty are, 9-0, 10-0? And let's start with the fact that the Valkyrie are not the worst team in the W at this current time. Hundo Clark, man, take it away, man. How you doing, brother? Talk to me about how what you're thinking, and let's get straight into it. I know there's a lot to discuss.
Yeah, we got a lot to discuss. Like you said, teams being teams, some teams being sorry, some teams being good. But I'm doing good. Can't complain. Been watching these games, so excited to get to talking about it, man. So guess we can start with the Wings since that's the first team that you mentioned. Being 1-10, trash.
Sorry, but sure.
And we saw Paige come back, so that's a good sign for them. She came back and she showed out. She had 35, efficient 35. They still lost, but she had 35. Enrique, you got to figure some things out offensively. So we gonna see if they can figure it out. The coach better figure something out because it's not looking too good for him. And I would hate for Kurt Miller's protege to get fired in the middle of the season. But the way it's looking,
somebody got to lose their job for this. Yeah, somebody got to lose their job for this. This is despicable basketball I'm watching being played. This is absolutely horrendous. I mean, you got Paige Beckers, you got Enrique, you got Dejanay Carrington, you got Miss McCown down here. I mean, on paper, y'all shouldn't be 1-10. I mean, but y'all been blown out so many times. You low-key should be 0-11. That low-key should have 0 wins. And that's absolutely disgusting, Hundo. Because once again, the Golden State Valkyrie do exist.
Yeah.
They're a brand new team in their inaugural season in the WNBA. And they have a better record than you. A team that has been established in the WNBA. A team that has better players. A team that has, once again, has had opportunity to draft the best player in Paige Beckers out of this previous draft. A player who also had one of the highest scoring people in the W last year, Mr. Enrique Ogunbowale.
Yeah.
There's no excuse, Hundo. There's no excuse for 1-10. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they lose to the Valkyrie? Let me check.
I think they did they?
I gotta try to check.
I don't think they played the Valkyrie yet. I don't think.
Well, on their current trajectory,
they played the Valkyrie coming up on Tuesday.
It wouldn't have mattered on their current trajectory because they're 1-10. I mean, just horrendous.
Yeah. And I think it starts on the defensive end. I always tell people, man, even if you can't score, at least have some pride on the defensive end and be able to get some stops. Now, their coach, Chris Koklanis, is known for his defensive ability. He served as like the defensive coordinator under Kurt Miller when he was in Los Angeles. Learned under Kurt Miller when he was in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And Kurt Miller is now their GM. But defensively, they're giving up about, 89, 90 points per game. So it's like, Brad, like you got to have some pride on the defensive end. Like even if you're struggling to score, if the chemistry is not there offensively, like defensively, have some pride, man. Get some stops, get some rebounds, close out possessions, limit your turnovers on the offensive end, and compete. Like at least compete, bro. Like y'all shouldn't be getting blown out, letting teams score 90 points every game.
You said a word just now, and I want to go back and visit that word. You said this young man learned. I don't know what he learned while he was in those other places. Because if this is a test of what he learned, he ain't showing his work. He ain't showing his work at all. Because like I said, now don't get me wrong. They've had some close encounters with some teams that they have played. They played the Lynx tough. They lost by 4. They played Atlanta tough. They wound up losing by 8 points, excuse me. They played the Sky Tough, one of the previous games, lost by 5, and then they lost again a little bit later on by a whopping another 7. So I mean, when you look at it like this, I'm like, y'all suck. But the adjustments that y'all are making, especially when you playing like a team they played to stop back to back, right? 2 night difference. You made no
Mhm.
adjustments. Clearly, you lost by 5 the first time and came back and lost by 11. So like,
Mhm.
what are the adjustments being made here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not seeing any
And
growth.
and I think when something like that happens, and I'm not gonna come over here on here and say that the man should keep his job, but like I think he does deserve a little bit of grace. I think whenever you have a new coach, you have a new system, those players have to fit the style of play that he wants to play, right? Like regardless of whoever's on that team, like if they don't fit his style of play, it's not gonna work. Now, as the coach, it's your responsibility to make adjustments. And if you see that your players aren't picking up what you're trying to teach them and
Hmm.
what you're trying to get done on the court, yes, you have to shift and you have to make adjustments and you have to change some things around. And it might not be exactly how you want to play. But that I think that's a part of it too. You got a new coach, you got new players. They got to learn how to play together. And 1-10 is unacceptable, like we talked about. Like nobody expected the Wings to be 1-10 at this point. Like I expected them to struggle a little bit, but I didn't expect them to be bottom of the league, the worst team in the league.
The thing is though is this: you talked about a new coach, new system.
Mm-hmm.
I got a brand new organization that is coming to the WNBA with a brand new coach,
Hey, but look,
brand new staff. Hold on,
but
hold
look,
on, hold on,
she
hold
could
on.
she could handpick her team. She handpicked her team.
Yes, from a pool of people that other people didn't necessarily want.
Hey, regardless, they all professionals, bro.
But hold on, but hold
Some of them,
on. We
some
talking,
of
we
them
talking,
haven't gotten the opportunity.
you talked about handpicking your team. He inherited a couple players in Dallas. A lot of players left before he got there. Correct?
Yes.
They drafted
The,
Page.
the
Hold
only
on,
the only
hold on,
players
hold on,
the
hold on.
only players that they brought back is Enrique, McCowan, and Seegers that
Okay.
play. That's
Mm-hmm.
three
So,
players.
so that means what? They had the opportunity to draft. They drafted Page, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had the opportunity to go into free agency. They brought in DJ Carrington. They brought in Nafisha. What's her name? Nelissa Smith. They
Mm-hmm.
brought in some other people. So you talk about handpicking a team. I mean, does it get any better than that?
I
The
mean, it
number one
could.
overall pick, and then having the people that want to come to you.
Hey man, they probably missed out on a lot of free agents that they wanted to get, man.
But that's their fault.
Is it?
Whose fault would it be, Hundo?
I mean, it could be a cap situation, bro. Maybe they ain't had no
What
money.
what cap? But you ain't got no players on your team.
Hey,
What
maybe they ain't
cap?
had no money. They paying Enrique. They
Well,
had
they
a
were
whole
paying
bunch of
Ricky
draft
top dollar.
picks. They got three draft picks that's on this team, bro.
I hear that. I hear that. And
They
maybe I
lost
don't know
they
about the
lost a
cap
lot.
situation in huh?
They lost a lot.
I hear that. But we talking about them having the opportunity to bring players in.
Mm-hmm.
They had this opportunity, the same opportunity that the Valkyrie had. The Valkyrie had the opportunity to go and get draft players as well. They cut out their draft players,
Exactly.
right? And now they still have a better record than you as a brand new franchise.
Hey,
So
they got
what are we
hey,
saying here?
they got the players that fit the coach system.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. If you have the opportunity to draft the number one player, how do you not pick somebody to fit your system? If you have the opportunity to go into free agency and
Bro,
bring people into your team,
Page,
how you not
Page
interesting
has been
bringing in?
hooping. It's
How
not
you not
Page.
bringing in? Oh, I understand that. But other than Page, you got people who are already on the team. You got people who you
Hey,
brought in through free agency. How you not bringing people who want to fit the system?
hey, Enrique is a problem, and I think that's a big problem. I think she's a ball hog. I think she's an inefficient scorer, a high volume shooter, one that's hard to play with. So you bring in a natural point guard in Page. That's something that they've struggled with for years. Is finding somebody who could play alongside Enrique. Now Enrique this year is not averaging this. This is the lowest amount she's averaged in her career, averaging
Mm-hmm.
16 points. This is the
Mm-hmm.
most inefficient she's been percentage wise shooting from the field and from three. That's a big problem. And if that's a big part of your offense, it's gonna be a problem. regardless of how good Paige is playing, regardless how good Dejanay is playing, that's going to be a problem. Now, on the defensive end, when you bring in somebody like Allisha Smith, who's playing the 4 position, we know the 4 position is probably the toughest in the league.
Yeah.
You got Stewie, you got Asia, you got Fee, you got Hamby.
I'm with you. I'm just trying to understand that somebody still lose their job.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he probably will.
So
Which
somebody
is
still lose their
unfortunate
job.
for him because I think, me personally, like I said, when I look at coaches, bro, it's like a new college coach, right? Like you can bring in these transfers and you can bring in these people, but at the end of the day, you got to work with what you got, especially in that first year. Until you can get the players that you want to bring in that truly fit your system, I don't think it's gonna work. And I think as long as they have Enrique on this roster, it's not gonna work.
So Enrique is the problem in Dallas.
I think so, bro. I mean, you look at when you look at their coaches, their coaching history, and since she's been there in 2019, they've had what 4 different coaches, all of them gone. Success wise, they haven't been that successful. I think that's a big part of the problem is Enrique.
So where would you see? What would you say they do? Trade Enrique?
Well, she'll be a free agent after this season, so that's the good thing. You don't necessarily have to trade her. Me personally, I would trade her, so you don't let her walk in free agency for nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I would definitely try to trade her. We saw somebody like a Ariel Atkins, in Washington get traded for the number 3 overall pick. So if you can trade, Enrique is better than Ariel Atkins. Like, let's be real. She's better than Ariel Atkins. So if they were able to get a number 3 overall pick, you can get a top 5 pick for Enrique at minimum.
Okay, I can see that.
If not a player, right?
So I can see that. I can see that for sure. Yeah, it's sad for them. It's real sad. I mean, 1 in 10 is absolutely abysmal. I mean, like I just said, it's the worst in the league by far. Actually, it's not too close. I think the next closest team to them is actually, I mean, it's Connecticut, but we knew Connecticut was gonna suck. They're 2 and 7. So, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I can't talk about Dallas no more. It's a terrible situation. Terrible situation to be in. But like I said, shout out to Paige Beckers, man. I mean, hopefully you stay in Dallas a couple more years because they're gonna need you. Because especially everybody giving Enrique, they got to bring in some more pieces. I don't know whether they're gonna be younger or older, depending on what the free agency looks like and this draft is gonna look like. Because at this rate, they could have the number 1 pick again. They could be the new Fever with another number 1 overall pick. So
hey, and we've seen with the Fever, they were able to turn it around. They got 2 number 1 back-to-back picks. Now, granted, the coach did get fired. Their last coach did get fired last year. After last year, and they brought in Stephanie White. Yeah. But if he can make it through another season, they can get a top pick, get some free agents. They could look different next year.
That's true.
And like I said, they're in a good spot. Like you said, they can have the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
If they get the number 1 pick, Lauren Betts is right there. That's 6'7" big that you can feed the ball to down low.
Yeah.
If you trade Enrique and get another, top 5 pick, you got another draft pick. But this free agency class is tough. This upcoming free agency class of 2026.
Yeah.
It's some dogs in that class that's going to be free agents. So
it's time to spend some money there.
Yeah, and the new CBA after this year. So
yeah, that's true.
It could be up in Dallas, man.
So you saying go ahead and let this ride then. Go ahead and drop this off. Go ahead and dump this season in the trash.
Yeah. Just tank, and hope that at least if you're the coach, hope that you can keep your job while tanking.
Yeah, while
the good thing the good thing for him is he has a good relationship with Kurt Miller, who's the GM. So if those two are in conversation and they already like, we just gonna throw in the towel. You good? Don't worry about it. Cool. But if the pressure from the fans and the outside media get to Kurt Miller, it might be barbecue chicken alert for the coach.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm done talking about Dallas. They just pissed me off as an organization.
You
Not
think?
as much as some of the other organizations, because I'm gonna get to them a little bit later on. But
Yeah. You think they got a chance tonight against the Aces without Asia Wilson?
I want to say yes, bro. But I mean, like,
Because we've seen the Aces lose by 20 to the Valkyries.
yeah, the Aces do suck too. I'm sorry, Aces. This is sad. The Aces. This shouldn't even be a conversation, but it is, and it's sad. Um, I mean, I feel like they hear the noise, and in Dallas and in Vegas, somebody got to step up. Jewel got to step up in Vegas. The point guard got to start getting more assists. And I mean, obviously, you can't replace Asia's production, but put a band aid on it. That's all I can tell y'all tonight. They only got what? They got a 1 and a 2, and they got a 3 in Dejanay. So it's going to have to be 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. Let's see who got the best top 3. Because the big play tonight ain't gonna be no good.
Hey, Alissa might give you something, man.
Anyways, what's the next team we talking about?
She might give you something, man.
What's the next team we talking about, Hundo?
let's just move on up the standings, man. Let's go to Connecticut. Like you said, 2-7.
Yeah.
I actually just saw them get blown out
Again.
by the Mystics.
Again.
Yeah, they gotta. It's gonna be a long road for them. One thing that I will say, Tina Charles, it's time to hang it up. I know you want to be a good vet to the youngins.
Yeah.
But them youngins on the Mystics, yeah, they was out there cooking. Shakira, AE, and Kiki. All 3 of them was hooping against the Sun. Hey, I'm like, Tina, they giving you work.
Quick commercial break. Kiki Iriafen, Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year.
I don't know. Paige entered the chat the other day with that 35.
Yeah, but Kiki been consistent since game 1.
Hey, so is Paige. Out of the eligible players, she is what, top 3 in assists per game right now.
She cool, but she done missed some time. Kiki ain't missed no time and been hooping every game she been in. Every one. She ain't had an off night yet.
We gonna see if she keep it up.
We gonna see if Paige keep it up. They the ones keep losing.
Paige is a top 2 option on that team. Kiki is like 3.
And still be hooping, Hundo. What does that say to you? You get the ball every possession. Your team 1 in 10, and my team better than yours. And I'm the 3rd option. I'm leading the league and a lot of stuff. And I was just rookie of the month. Yeah, give me rookie of the year. Stop playing with my face. Ain't no way we got to give rookie of the year to a 1 in 10 team person. We never did that. If this is any other sport, hold on. If this is any other sport, we be saying, hold on, how? If this is the NBA, this is the NFL, this was the MLB, and teams were sorry.
Hey, this is rookie of the year, not MVP.
But you're not listening to me though. You're not listening to me. If this was the honor, and person playing on a sorry team having a good season, we're like, all right, but like, it's cool, but we can't let that overshadow.
We gonna see.
We can't let it overshadow.
We gonna see. Like I said, if she don't keep it up, Paige gonna be right there.
Paige got to keep it up. Is my point though, and they not winning no games.
I think she will. She's very poised.
Yeah,
she's reading defense as well.
I agree with everything you're saying.
Can score and can pass.
I agree with everything you're saying.
Keep it up.
We're gonna see, brother. We're gonna see. I mean, I don't think either one they're making the playoffs. So whoever rookie of the year not making the playoffs. But I think right now
Washington could.
And if Washington makes the playoffs, that is more of a case for Kiki because she'll be a key catalyst in them doing that.
We gonna see. Like I said, we gonna see.
Let me say what we are gonna see. Dallas definitely not making the playoffs. So
nah, they not.
Exactly. So if Washington makes it with Kiki being a third option, I'm sorry for this commercial break is being so long, winning shot family, but I got to put on a quick little, not a rant. Here is my advocation. Here is my support and my political campaign for Miss Kiki Iriafen to win Rookie of the Year. She has to. She has to win Rookie of the Year if her team, Washington, who was projected to be one of the worst teams in the league, makes it to the playoffs, and she's a key catalyst in that. She has to win Rookie of the Year. There's no way we can't give it to her. We gave it to CC last year, took Indiana to the playoffs on her rookie year. Now, granted, they were there the year before with AB. Washington, once again, had no hope for a lot of people, including us. We said right here on the pod, Washington has no hope to make the playoffs. And here and we didn't even see Kiki come out the way that she did.
Hey, I give you this. That man's Castle that won Rookie of the Year for the Spurs. Them boys ain't make playoffs. It's possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have something to say if Kiki
and I will say, bruh, Paige could be an all-star this year.
So could Kiki.
No, let's be real.
Kiki can't be an all-star?
Listen, hear me out. Like I just said a few minutes ago, the 4 position is one of the toughest in the league. One of the deepest positions in the league.
So Kiki can't be an all-star.
The guard play in the league, specifically point guard, not that strong.
Hey, Kiki, you got my vote. I done voted for you 2 days in a row.
Hey, hold on.
All-star.
Hold on. You just put together a top 5 point guards list now.
Yeah.
Paige is on that list.
Paige is on the list, for sure.
Is Kiki a top 5 power forward?
Bruh, see, here you go.
No, I'm just asking a question.
Are we talking about all-star rookie deal? We talking about just all-star?
Huh?
We just talking about all-star or just being a front court vote? Because when it comes to the voting, they're like, oh, is she a 4? They be like, who was in your front court? And I always pick Kiki.
You biased because you got her on your fantasy team.
You said what? You said what?
You biased because you got her on your fantasy team.
And you got Paige on your fantasy team. Like, what are we saying here? What are we saying here, Hundo? Hey, what are you saying?
All I'm saying, like I said, Paige is top 3 in assists in the league.
Kiki,
and she gets 16 as a rookie. She leading rookies in scoring.
I'm sorry you're not getting the respect you deserve, Miss Kiki Iriafen.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is Paige is in the conversation. Yes, Kiki is hooping, but I'm just saying it's not a give me right now. We only a month in, bro.
I mean, she almost averaging 15 and 10, bro, as a rookie.
Okay. Thanks, Aaliyah Edwards for being hurt. Thanks Shakira Austin for being hurt.
I can't believe you right now. I really can't believe you right now.
Bro, think about this, though. Listen, though, in all seriousness, would she have been starting if AE and Shakira were healthy to start the season?
Bro, we can put a what if in anything. Just
answer the question. Just answer the question.
No, she wasn't going to be, bro, but she took advantage of the opportunity that she had and has shined in it.
She did.
She shined in it, Hundo.
She did and she has. All I'm saying is, it's not a give me for Kiki to win Rookie of the Year right now.
If the award was given today, I don't see how Kiki doesn't win it.
Bro, I'm telling you why, because of Paige.
Paige just
dropped 35.
I'm not saying that Paige is not in the conversation. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is this: even if it's close, Kiki just won Rookie of the Month and has not missed a game this season. Is hooped in everyone she's played in. I don't say she doesn't win the award. If the award is given today, this exact moment in time, yes, Paige has dropped 35. Paige has missed 4 or 5 games, and that's no fault of her own. Yes, she's injured, but Kiki missed no time and was hooping in the time that Paige missed. That's all that I'm saying. So if I'm like today, I got to give an award for something. We're not going to give the perfect attendance award to somebody who missed some time in school. You feel me?
Hey. The good thing is the award not given out today.
Here we go. See, bro. Let me tell you about people, bro. People were trying to make conversation and arguments trying to sway their way. I'm just
saying. I'm just
straight
saying.
commentary, bro. Like,
The award is not given out today.
you
Yes,
right.
if the
It's
award
not.
was given out today, yes, Kiki probably would have it. But I don't think it would be like a unanimous vote.
Nah, I'm not saying I'm not saying that at all. I think it's close. I agree with you. It's close, but I think Kiki wins the close race. That's all I'm saying.
And that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that Paige is in the conversation.
But I agree with you. I never said Paige was in the conversation. I just said Kiki wins the conversation. That's all I said. That's all.
You were talking like it was a guarantee that Kiki was gonna get it.
That's if there was a race today, Kiki wins the race. It is a closer race than people expect it to be, but Kiki has to win the race, in my personal opinion, based upon the body work that she has produced to us up until this current moment in time. That's all I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying.
Kiki been hooping, but Paige still averaging 1 point.
And this is when we get into like the argument of like, okay, what does it really like mean, bro? Like, how are we quantifying what we consider to be rookie of the year, bro? We got to bring this out here to the people, and we got to clip some of this stuff and say, okay, at this current moment in time, because listen, I watched on TikTok how y'all acted the other day when I posted that top 5 point guards and how y'all was in the comments. I'm gonna post this clip again. We're gonna bring this to TikTok and Instagram. I want y'all to have that same energy. And I gotta feel I know what y'all gonna say, because a lot of y'all was bringing some bogus arguments to that chat, and I seen y'all, and I responded to everybody who commented. I was right there in the comments. So yeah, I'm back at it again. I gotta hear this. If the season ends at this moment in time, because this is all we can go off of, what we've seen at this moment in time right here. It's all we can go off of. Kiki versus Paige. And if you think somebody else should be in the conversation, please let me know. I don't even know another name that could be in the conversation outside those two women right there. That would be close enough to win the award. So I had to.
Sonya Citron.
Sonya Citron, right. Plays also for Washington. But has she been playing better than Kiki? In my personal opinion, that answer is no. Has it been close? Closer? Yeah. But once again, Kiki, I'm gonna fighting hard for you, girl, because I see you. I see you hooping. And the AE comes back, and what does she do? She's still hooping. And you know you can't sit her because she's been producing. If she was like playing sorry or playing average, Hundo, when AE got back from her injury, you know what they did? Hey, go ahead and go sit on the bench. Go ahead and let the OG step in. That's not what they did.
Yeah.
That's not what they did, Hundo. When she came back, she had solidified her role on the team, and now her AE not necessarily fighting for minutes, but it's more cohesive, it's more collaborative in regards of who's on the court. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
So I know we got to move on, but we got to take a little commercial break. Hey, show's back on. Let's get to it.
Yeah, but going back to the Sun, like I said, man, Tina Charles, hang it up. Marina Mabry, keep shooting.
He said, "Keep shooting."
Try to do what you can. It's gonna be a long season. I know. Before the season, in the offseason, you were talking about it. You didn't want to be there, but and just keep playing hard, man. You'll find you a new opportunity soon. The sun is about to see some dark days, and it's starting.
He said the sun going down.
Hey, it's about to be midnight.
Hey, he said the sun going down is crazy. I know that's about to be the next article title right there. The sun going down. What he said is midnight is crazy.
It's midnight.
Yo. Bro said it's midnight. Dang, Connecticut, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling they were gonna be sorry. And we said this before the season started. I mean, it was just a lot going on in Connecticut, and it didn't look good from Jump Street. So this does not surprise me that they're sorry at all. Yeah, I'd agree with Hundo. I think, I'm sorry, Miss Lanisa Morrow. This rookie year is, I'm sure, not going as you planned. But hey, learn from this year. Get stronger in the offseason, and we'll try again next year when the draft comes around, because you'll have some help for sure, because you're going to have the top draft pick as well. So, yeah.
And one thing, I know you just mentioned Merle. One thing I want to add about her.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she starts to pick it up a little bit, because at the rate that it's looking, she could be potentially cut. it might be dark for her. So hopefully she can bring that energy from LSU on the glass, bring that physicality, bring that dog out, and show that she can hoop at this level, man. Because she might not be on this squad much longer if she doesn't play, and when she does play, she doesn't perform. So
Yeah.
hopefully she can pick it up.
And this is my thing. I think she is gonna have to. She's clearly on a rookie curve, right? But yeah, I agree. She's gonna have to step it up for one, or figure out what's gonna work for her in the W. Um, I know it can be hard to kind of have that same kind of rematch of production in the W when women are taller than you, if not the same height. Um, and so I think a lot of times at LSU, what happened for her was that not only was she a dog, but the girl, she was able to kind of just beat them out. Now these are grown women. You know what I'm saying? These ain't freshmen no more. These ain't sophomores. These grown women with a check, got a family. They try to get after it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think she got to lock into that mentality. Me personally, I don't think she's in jeopardy of being cut because the rest of his team is also super sorry. So I'm like, it's one thing if like she was just like super off from the rest of the team. Like the rest of the team is equally as sorry as she is like right now. So it's like you get the opportunity this year. This is the best time for you to be sorry when the rest of your team is sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like if your team was like 6-1 with you being sorry. All right, cool. You're at risk of being cut. But I don't necessarily agree that she may not be at risk of being cut when the rest of your team is equally as sorry as you are. So I think Miss Moore, you got some time. Work on your game, work on your stuff, and let's keep pushing.
Yeah, we don't see. But on to Chicago, man. The next team, 2-6. Now, I didn't expect them to be this bad. I actually had them making the playoffs this year.
I did
So
too.
I'm hurt that they all the way at the bottom like this.
It's bad, bro. It's really bad.
And similar to Dallas, no pride on the defensive end.
Nope.
They are giving up a league leading 89.5 points per game. Have some
Yeah.
pride on the defensive end, man. And
Yeah.
I was watching that game the other day versus the Liberty,
Yeah.
and they just kept turning the ball over. I'm like, bruh, take care of the ball.
I'm with you.
And then their defense against screens was just terrible, bruh. I'm like, what kind of coverage are y'all in? Y'all just letting them shoot whatever they want to shoot.
Yeah. That's true, brother.
And Camilla just smiling up and down the court. Camilla, compete, dog.
Yeah, you 6'7". I need more. What's she 6'5"? I think she's 6'7".
6'7".
Oh yeah. Yeah. And this we've had this conversation. I keep saying this over and over again, bro. When you're that tall, like you gotta dominate. You gotta dominate, Hundo. Like Camilla should easily be leading this team in boards. Now, I know why she's not, and I may touch on that in a moment. But
Speak
at
your truth, brother.
at 6'7", it should be nothing come off that glass when you playing teams that have anyone shorter than you that you shouldn't be getting that board from. You should be fighting down low every single time. Now tonight, for example, they playing Atlanta, right? You going against BG, but you should have no fear in your heart at 6'7". I know she's 6'9". I get it, but you should have no fear in your heart. Like you should really be like, we're gonna battle. We're gonna battle tonight. Let's get after it. That should be your mentality. You feel me? Um, yeah, Hundo's right. We gotta have more dominance from our bigs, and I've been preaching this since day one. If you are over 6'3", I need you to dominate. Hear me when I tell you this, please, ladies. It's a lot of people out here that wish they could be 6'3" and above, and y'all got it. You're 6'7". Play like it, please. This is year 2. You were just in China dominating over them 5'7" young women. Now I need you to come back to America in Chicago. Don't smile. Don't even show no teeth tonight. You need to be angry.
Be angry.
You need to be angry. You're 2-6. You need to be angry and go dominate. Show them why they drafted you with a number 2 overall pick in the draft last year. Don't be big for nothing, please. It's nothing worse than being big for nothing.
I'm telling you.
So that's my plight and that's my heart to the Chicago Sky. I know there are a lot more issues and a lot more things that we can discuss with that particular team, and maybe we'll go into it, maybe not. But
We got to go into it. We definitely got to go.
We gotta go into it.
I was just about to ask you a question about that. So we got to go into it. I know you talked about the front court and the bigs being bigs and dominating. They have still that duo of Cardoza and Reese can be one of the best in the league, bro.
Yes,
They can be one of the best in the league, bro.
Yes, they can.
So they gotta figure it out. I know Sloot just went down; she's done for the season, so that kind of impacts their point guard position, which is something that they've tried to address in the offseason. Last year they had a plethora of guards between Mabry, Lindsey Allen, Dana Evans, Kennedy Carter, and now it seems like they don't have any guards, at least that can play at that level, right? They drafted HVL, they signed Sloot in the offseason, they traded for Ariel Atkins, who can handle the ball. But what do you think they need to do on the offensive end? Because we've seen them struggle in a number of games throughout this season. Let's just look at this past week. They scored 66 against the Liberty. They scored 52 against the Fever. So what do you think they have to do on the offensive end to try to get things turned around?
Honestly, bro, when I watch the Sky play, bro, it seems as if they honestly have an identity on the offensive side of the ball, right? And when I say that, like, I say this with all respect and all
disrespectfully.
No disrespect at all. But I feel like it's come down the court sometimes for them, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna either run an ISO when Sloot was playing. I'm gonna run around till the clock get down, pass the ball, and somebody gonna shoot it, or we're gonna pass it down low to Angel, and she gonna throw the ball up to the sky 4 times, and just keep shooting it and like act like she don't have a team around her, right? And now, if I'm wrong, please you check me, because I feel like maybe I'm not seeing it the same way as some people are seeing it, but it seems as if like the things that are being done and no one's checking it. No one's checking it, like when they get to the bench or in the locker room or in the film study. No one's saying, hey, don't keep shooting the ball and you keep missing. Like, you have teammates around you. Let's reset the play, try something else. We got to. Like, it's clear. And these scores, as you just mentioned, the scores of these games from the past week are very telling to me that something else needs to be done. We need to create an identity, create an offense that's going to be conducive to all players around us and not just some. Not catering to those who are stars, not catering to those who are demanding the ball. Like, we got to lock in with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody's getting a lot of PT, but everybody not really hooping. And that's the issue.
So if you were Coach Marsh, step into Coach Marsh's shoes, who are you running the offense through?
Sloot's down now. So for me personally, it depends. It depends if it's gonna be a nightly matchup, right? Basis. Because once again, I got one of the tallest players in the league on my team, at Camila Cardoza. So she's 6'7", right?
Yeah.
We already know Angel's gonna get a lot of attention, not just because she's Angel, but because she's a beast on the glass, somewhat of a merchant sometimes, but a beast on the glass nonetheless, right? And she can score, right? Okay. So I come down the court, and I'm right now. I guess HVL is gonna start at the 1, or Iriafen gonna start at the 1. I don't even know.
They started Rachel Banham the other day at the 1, actually.
Yeah, she wouldn't be starting my 1. We're gonna change that. We're gonna get a new one, and I'm gonna let Ariel run around because she's the 2. I know I trust Ariel's shot, so I'm gonna put HVL at the 1, bring Ariel up on the 2. When they come down the court, we're gonna set up a play that's gonna allow Angel to come out on the post. We're gonna keep Camilla close to the glass. Boom. If Ariel doesn't get a space creating shot that she likes, we're going to drop it down in the Angel. Angel, make something happen. If someone's bigger than you, if you don't feel like your shot is going to have the right trajectory, when you throw it up, don't just throw it up off the glass and expect to get an offensive board, Angel. Pass it back out to HVL. Set up another play. This play is going, let me do a little dump off. We're going to get Camilla hot first. We're gonna see if she good tonight. Because sometimes Camilla can be a little cold, which I think can lead to her confidence being low for the rest of the game. If you start off, get her a couple confidence boosting shots. Hey, you 6'7", turn around. I mean, most times people can't guard your 6'7", Ain't much they can do when you 6'7". You feel me? Like it's like KD in the the NBA. When he shoot the ball, it's not many people that can jump with him and you know what I'm saying, get a shot block on him or shot defense.
Mhm.
What's the young lady's name? Camilla has that same effect. You're 6'7", baby girl. I mean, jump hook. I mean, it ain't too hard.
Yeah,
I mean, what are we working in off season here? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
off the glass. I mean, I'm running it through the bigs. We're gonna run the team through the bigs with
hmm
allowing our guard play to also back up that. That's easy buckets for me personally.
yeah.
To me, I don't know. That's how I run it, man. What do you think?
I'm with you. I think, like you just talked about, I think Cardoza is the key. Um, like you said, 6'7". I ain't even gonna talk about it because you done said it all about her being 6'7". But when she has been in double figures, they've been in games. She has had 3 games in double figures. She had 12 against Los Angeles. They lost by what? 13, 14 points, 13 points. Had 16-9 versus Phoenix. They lost by 5. And then she had 23-8 versus Dallas. They won 97-92. That shows me when she's getting her shots up, when she's getting buckets down low, we're successful. Also, another part of that too, though, on the other end, she got to stay out of foul trouble.
That's true.
She cannot be committing dumb fouls. She's had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games? 5 games with 4 or more fouls.
Yeah. Now I will say this real quick, Hundo, before you finish up that sentence. I feel like sometimes in the W, our bigs, and I think about BG, I think about Carmilla, I think JJ. Sometimes I feel like they be getting fouls just because they big, bro. Like some stuff they just can't help because they big. And I feel like sometimes they be getting picked on when they cut by the refs just because they 6'7" and 6'8" and 6'9". Like they can't help that they that tall. I feel like
Yeah.
you as a guard are coming into the paint. I'm gonna block your shot, and I shouldn't get a foul or a tech or a tic tac foul because of that. You come into the grown man's house or grown woman's house, excuse me. I mean, what do you expect to happen? I'm the big bad wolf down here. This is me. This is my domain. So I feel like when you coming into that layer, you shouldn't just be getting fouls all the time. And I feel like sometimes from the games that I've watched with Camilla and BG and John Quell, sometimes they get fouls. I personally, this may just be a me thing. Once again, if I'm wrong in the comments, y'all let me know. I feel like sometimes they get fouls just because they big. I feel like a lot of they games where they foul out, I'm like, yeah, half them fouls didn't necessarily have to be called. But just because you big or just because you did like this, like, oh, that's a foul. I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy. To me. To
Yeah.
me.
And adding to that as well, like I do think that the referees they do have a tough job. But I will say I think it's been a little inconsistent. And we've heard
Mm-hmm.
a number of players talk about this. Even Kelsey Plum, she was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna get fined for this, but I'm going to the hole and I'm getting hit and they not calling nothing. There has to be some type of consistency
Yeah.
by the referees, whoever's working these games, to be consistent. Whether you're, calling everything, you gonna let them play and be physical. Like, just set the tone from the jump and be consistent throughout the game. It's gonna
Yeah.
change game to game. I get that. And when you're refereeing somebody like an Angel Reese, the eyes are gonna be on that game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they, like I said, they're in a tough position, but there has to be some type of consistency with the calls.
I agree.
And I will say too, like on the screens on the offensive end, like when they're getting these offensive fouls for setting, illegal screens and turning the ball over, it's just like, one, get set.
Yeah.
Your teammates allow you to get set so you don't turn the ball over, so you're not getting these cheap offensive fouls.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself in a position to succeed and stay on the court and help your team. So I
Yeah.
think if Camilla is able to stay on the court, they're able to, get her going early, that opens up the offense.
Yeah.
Because you have to either send two or you
Yep.
have to let whoever's guarding her try to guard her. And like you said,
Exactly.
she's 6'7".
6'7",
It's not a
bro.
lot of people who can guard her.
Exactly. Exactly. So I need more domination, man. From anybody 6'5" and above, I need some more domination. I need it. I was watching a podcast today that actually shout out to the pivot when Shaq was on. And he was just talking about like being dominant, bro. Like, and bigs to just get away from being dominant. Like, and I do think it's harder in today's game because, like I said, a lot of times you're gonna get these foul calls because you being just too big. Like, oh, they're too big to play. And it's like, are we appreciating bigs and what they bring to the game or not? Like, it seems as if sometimes, like I said, it's like you're getting penalized for being big, and it's like
Yeah.
that's not fair. Like,
And we know how the game has changed on the men's side and the women's side. Like everybody wants to see these threes. Everybody wants to see fast-paced games up and down the floor.
Yeah,
They don't want to see the bigs, banging down low.
man, I
They
do.
don't want to see you running your offense through the bigs
Yeah,
because everybody wants to see these 3-pointers.
that's facts, and that's changed.
So,
That's changed how the biggest have had to, change their game. I look at Malunga, right up in Seattle, and she's like 7 foot tall almost.
yeah.
I think she is like 7 foot for real.
Six something, six
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah. Oh, not for real.
Tall.
And so I'm like, okay, when you come into that kind of thing, now I got to work on my 3-point shot in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't necessarily always dominate down low because if I don't have a shot, I might not get looked at the same and da 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 da. It's like it's different factors that kind of weave into that part of it, and so it's tough, man. Being a big in the league today, in whatever league, W or the NBA. But we're talking about W right now, so I'm thinking about going back, looking at South Carolina, looking at AB where she's at South Carolina, how she was just able to turn around, jump hook, and now she's had to evolve her game now in the W to hit jump shots and even hit threes. And same with Camilla. Camilla hit 1 3, I think, her last year at South Carolina, and that was that against Tennessee to win that game, right? And that's because it's like, bro, you're 6'7", get down low. And so now I feel like she's had to kind of change some of her game up to be like, okay, I am 6'7", but I can't necessarily play the same way that I could at South Carolina even.
And we see somebody like an Angel Reese
Yeah.
shooting threes.
Yeah.
Me personally, get on the block.
Get every time, bro. Bro, and then you talk about me being a coach, right? None of my bigs are shooting threes ever. I don't care if you're one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. You're never shooting a three at 6 anything in the W. And if you're in the NBA, if you over 7 foot, you're never touching the 3-point line on my team.
Hey, yo,
bro. I mean,
I don't know if I can get down with that one, John. But
bruh,
I definitely agree that everybody should not be shooting threes.
And this is my rationale, Hundo. If you miss it, who should be down there to get the board? You should be. So with that mentality, don't shoot it. Let the guard shoot it, and if they miss, get the board. Like you should
do your job,
bro. Hundo, do your job. Like you're big for a reason.
Brett said, "We don't, John Quill. We don't need you shooting threes. We got Sabrina.
I got people for that, bro. Like that's my mentality. That's my thought process. Like, what's the point? What's the point of my shooting guard? To shoot. Like you're a sinner. It's nothing shooting in your name.
Get him the block.
Please get down low. Get the board, put it back up. That's your job. And you can dominate that. And that's the problem. Nobody want to dominate their lane no more, Hundo. Everybody trying to be versatile.
Hey, it's some that's out there dominating, bro. Hey, AT, don't shoot no threes.
Exactly. Dominate. Because she dominates her lane, Hundo. That's what I'm saying, though. She's found her niche. She dominates that niche. Some people don't know their niche. They ain't trying to shoot threes at 6'7". Why was Brittany Griner shooting a three? Why would you ever say, oh yeah, I'm gonna work my 3-point shot this offseason?
You're 6'9".
Why?
Post moves, hooks.
Yes.
Fades.
There's only one thing to work on this whole summer. Boards. Put it back up. Boards. Put it back up. If I see on a 3-point line we're running, everybody on the line. I'm hot. What are we talking about right now? People be 6'9", want to be a guard so bad. No, ma'am.
We don't need that.
We don't need that. Like I said, like Hunter just said, I got people for that. All right, that tangent's over. Keep going, brother. I'm sorry. We got to keep going. We getting
let's go. We touched on the Mystics already. You want to talk about LA? Anything you want to say about LA? I know Rakia just had a 30-point game.
After I dropped her
hooping. So shout out to Rakia, man.
Yeah.
Plum, KP been hooping.
Mama
D been hooping.
Shout out Mama D.
They just gotta find a way to win the close ones.
Not facts. Agreed.
They're 4-7, but they be right there in games, man. A few possessions go their way, and they They got a few more wins. So
Yeah, I'm good with that, brother. I mean, same thing with Washington. Shout out Kiki. Shout out Citrone. They continue to. I mean,
Brittany
they've been.
Sykes,
Yeah. Shout out Smith Sykes. They're 4-6, man. I mean, they're top 10 in the league, and I
yeah,
didn't see that happening for them. Same thing with the Valkyrie. They're top 10 in the league. Didn't see that happening for them either. Um, let's get to these top 7, man. Let's get
yeah,
into Indiana and the Aces.
yeah,
Indy has been, trying to stay afloat because I mean, Caitlin's been hurt. It's just been
yeah.
announced that she will be back tomorrow. Thank the Lord for my fantasy team. I'm putting her in the lineup right now. Um, I missed you, CC. Thank God you will be back. Now you got to come back with a vengeance. Now you got to come back with a vengeance. You play in New York, and they're the best team in the league. Um, and so I think your team needs you to come back in this game and show what they've been missing. And there's been a lot happening, obviously, since she's been out in regards to viewership, and she's been attending some of the indie games that they're in the finals.
Hmm.
But now she's back, man, and so we'll be able to see her hooping again, and hopefully she comes back with a fire, man, that allows the fever to catch to catch on fire because they need it. They need it. They really do need it. The playoffs is well within reach for them. I think at 4-5 right now, it'll be not easy, but I think it's easier for them to get back to 500. They probably would take a loss tomorrow to New York, but after that, with CC kind of getting back off that rust, they may have an opportunity to kind of get back and get on track. And I think they can, with CC being healthy the rest of the season, I think they can honestly finish out probably top 4 in the league. I think that's very doable for them. The way yeah. Let's say top 5. Let's be generous and say top 5 in the league. I'm just looking at who is above them right now, and some of
Yeah,
those teams are hooping. But I think that CC will be a huge catalyst, and obviously they missed her being out. So
yeah, and adding to the storyline, the last team she played was New York, and
that's
they
true.
only lost by 2. If you remember,
Yeah,
Natasha
yeah,
Cloud stripped her, and
mm-hmm,
it came down to the wire.
yeah,
So
that's true.
she definitely gonna come back ready to play, especially against them.
Yeah,
Um, and she's been hooping, bro. She
mm-hmm,
almost averaging 20 and 10.
exactly.
That's something we probably ain't seen from a point guard in
A minute.
W history for real. If I'm being
Nah,
real,
fact. That's
like
fact.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the numbers, but I'm sure this is like charted territory the way she's
Yeah,
playing right now.
that's true.
Um, so yeah, she's definitely gonna be a spark for them coming back. They definitely need her. That they have been struggling at the point guard position. Ari McDonald came in and gave them some good games.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to her. Hopefully somebody picks her up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fever gets CC back. I know they're excited. I know the fans are
Mm-hmm.
excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see, like you said, what they can do. It's early still, but
Yeah. Yeah.
playoff push. You always think about the playoffs.
Yeah.
How high can they get? Can they
Nah,
get
fact.
inside the top 4? Will
Yeah.
they be in that 5 to 6 or 7 range?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna see, man.
Agreed. Oh, here we
And shout
go.
out to AB too, man. AB
Oh
been
yeah,
hooping
shout
up
out
there
AB.
too. Shout
Yeah,
out
shout out
AB.
AB for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Here we go. Here we go.
Mm. Vegas.
I don't even want to say too much about y'all. Y'all a disappointment. That's what I'm gonna say about y'all. Y'all a disappointment. We just won championships a couple seasons ago in Vegas. I was just in Vegas last year watching y'all dominate and win games against the Fever. Actually, I watched CC's first game in Vegas, and I watched Asia Wilson hoop out of her mind. And she's still hooping out of her mind, but she's currently injured. The supporting cast has been the issue. That's been the issue in Vegas this year. Miss Lloyd, not been hooping. Point guard, you been scoring. You ain't been dropping no dimes. You ain't been dropping no dimes. Um, it's sad to see, man. I mean, it's just truly sad to see Vegas in this light right now. I hate it. I hate this for them. 500, they're a 500 team. They'll play
Yeah.
Dallas tonight, and there's a possibility you could lose to Dallas. And that's something I shouldn't be saying about y'all. Like, y'all should really be a part of the upper echelon of the W, and y'all taking a drop. You're taking a drop, and it's disappointing. It's sad. Um, I still think that y'all a good team, but Jackie Young, I mean, players are hooping, but I'm not seeing enough, Hundo. And that's my issue with Vegas. Y'all losing to the Valkyrie. I mean, things that are just uncharacteristic for a team who was once again the golden child of the W. You know, people are looking at y'all as the blueprint, and now y'all an afterthought. It's the truth.
Hey, they used to put fear in teams' hearts.
Bro,
No fear no more.
It's no fear. It's almost sweet. It's like, oh, Vegas? Yeah, that's a little sis. For real. So I ain't got too much else to say, man. I'm disappointed. It's disgusting, and I want better for y'all. Y'all should want better for yourselves, and I need better. When Asia get back from concussion protocol and get back to hooping, because I mean, without Asia, I mean, good God from Zion, it's gonna get real bad now. I mean, clearly she's the best player on the team, and in the W, she was the reigning MVP. So I mean, the Lord has to be kind to y'all, and I hope that Jewel Lloyd gets back on track. I mean, one of the top leading scorers in the W last year. I mean, point guard, I need you to drop more dimes. Jackie Young, I mean, I need you to come and hoop. The Young Bulls, everybody just want to have a fashion show before the game, but nobody want to hoop. Somebody got to say it, Hundo. Somebody got to say it. We taking too many like fashion pictures before the game, man. Like we more worried about the pregame fits than the actual hooping. As a matter of fact, I don't want to see no more. I don't want to see no more photo shoots.
Hey,
till we have a 3-game winning streak.
Tell them to pull an Asia and go back to the white tee.
Nah, facts. We got to start earning the photo shoots. No cap. No cap. I want ponytails and white tees until we get a 3-game winning streak. Don't do no hair, no makeup, none of that, bro. We not. That's stuff you earn, bro.
Like, headphones.
Yeah, bro. We that's stuff you earn, Hundo. Like it's too much, and I know I'm gonna get scrutiny for this. Somebody's gonna be upset when I say this. We're not putting enough emphasis on the hooping. We're not, Hundo. And I know that because we losing games like this to the Valkyrie, Hundo. Once again, the same way I was on Dallas' head, I'm on y'all head too, Vegas. Because I know that there's better on this team. Because I've seen it play better. I mean, once again, like there hasn't been that much turnover in Vegas. If anything, y'all have added players that should have made y'all better. Y'all traded KP to LA, and then y'all went ahead and got Jewel Lloyd, who I thought, and this was, I'll take full responsibility of this, Miss Kayla Lloyd, because I said this whenever she came out to listen. I think she's gonna be a great fit in Vegas and be even better than KP was in Vegas. As of right now, at this current moment in time, I'm very wrong about that. So I pray that things can turn around quickly. Now I know that Asia being out will play a huge part into that. I've been talking too much today, so I know we got to move on. But I had to get my heart out about how I feel about the Aces and my disdain for the way that we're looking as a unit right now. So some things got to change. I'm not the coach, so I know things will probably continue to go on as they are. Shout out to Coach Hammond. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
I know you just wrapped it up, but as I'm sitting here and listening to you talk about the supporting cast. We know Jewel hasn't played the best. We know point guard, like you said, has been scoring, but is only averaging 3 assists, which is the lowest she's averaged in her career since becoming a starter.
Yep.
When you look back at her first 2 years when she wasn't starting, she was getting about 2 or 3 assists. But this is the lowest that she's averaged in assists.
Yep.
Since she's been a starter. So when you look at this team specifically on the offensive side, now I'll touch on the defense after this question, but offensively, what do you think needs to be done to make sure that the others are, helping out, specifically Jewel Lloyd? Like, what can they do offensively to make sure that Jewel Lloyd is, put in better situations and able to score the ball like we know that she can? And
I think what's going to happen, Hundo, is I think, and I could be wrong, maybe I'm not seeing it right. I think a lot of sets are still drawn up for Asia versus being drawn up for Jewel as well. So I think with Asia being out, this gives you an opportunity to try to set up some things for Jewel, right? And I don't know what's necessarily going on with Jewel either, because she's had some games where she's had some shots and she's had some terrible shooting percentages. But she's also had some games where she's been efficient. So it's like I just need more consistent Jewel at the same time. Like Jewel's one of those players, and her mom tweeted this earlier today. Like I know what she brings to the table. Like it's no if as a bunch for me that she can hoop. But I'm like, you're not being consistent with it. The only person who's been consistent so far is Miss Asia Wilson, and that's my issue. So I'm like, we got to get back to basics. Like you said, the point guard with 3 assists. That's unlike you. What Cat Williams said. This is unlike you. This ain't who I know you to be. You still getting your shots off. But like when I was watching Unrivaled, she was getting her shots off and still getting assists, still dropping crazy dimes. I'm not seeing it. And I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I don't know if it's the lack of chemistry. We talked about chemistry the last couple weeks with her, not. But it's like, at what point do we get rid of that chemistry excuse? Because y'all practicing every day, y'all playing games multiple times a week, so you got to at some point build a chemistry with your teammates. And once again, there hasn't been that much turnover in Vegas in regards to players who are gone. The only person I really love was KP. You still got Jackie, you still got Asia, still got I think Allisha left, right? She's in Seattle now. So I mean, but still, you got players who you play with. So it's like I need more. So
now something that I saw earlier this week was the conversation about potentially bringing Jewel Lloyd off the bench. What do you think about that?
To allow her to run the second team, I mean, at this point, I'm up to try something new because what we've been doing has not been working. So when you do something different, it gives you at least a different look. But continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. We know that. So, I mean, I think I'm up to try something new, and just to see if it can work. And there's no disrespect once again to Jewel, but we need to see like what kind of shakeups we can make to like make this work. Because right now in this current state at 500, it's not working. And like we just talked about a minute ago, it comes to playoffs, nobody's have no fear about y'all because y'all just haven't been playing good. Y'all not playing cohesively. So
yeah, and I think this Asia injury kind of slows that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you said, like now Jewel has the opportunity to be, a second type option, second, third type option. And they probably will run more plays for her to try to get her, more comfortable, more situated in the offensive sets, and get her some better looks. But when you talk about possibly bringing Jewel off the bench, I don't know if you do that with Asia being out now. So So it's like, I don't know. So when Asia comes back, I think that's when it's going to get interesting. I think they should be fine these next few games. But when Asia comes back, they have to figure something out on the offensive end.
Agreed.
But defensively, they got to protect the paint, man. I was watching before the Liberty and Chicago game was the other night. The ESPN crew was talking about the Aces, and they had a stat that came up and said that the Aces are pretty much giving up about 40 paint points per game on the defensive end. So we know the level of player that Asia Wilson is on both ends of the floor. Has won Defensive Player of the Year before, was a second in Defensive Player of the Year last year. How do you think they can go about protecting the paint better? Not necessarily when Asia's out, but when she's in as well. How do you think they can go about protecting the paint a little bit better? And that 40 points per game was 12th in the league, for reference.
Get another big. I think we talked about this earlier with Dallas. I mean, we get too reliant on certain players, and we get too reliant on like the way things have been. But when you got Asia trying to do everything, you're gonna need some help down low. So like, how do you help defensively? You draft another big. Vegas could be in a good position this year where they could draft high and go grab one of these rooks coming out of college, right? They obviously may not have opportunity for bets, but they may go get Miss Beer from Oklahoma, or like you just talked about earlier, free agency is coming up upon us as well. You have the opportunity to, I wanted BG to come to Vegas at one point because I'm like, okay, it gives us opportunity to, yes, we want to run sets through our bigs, which y'all do in Asia, right? We got to get her the ball. Well, that leaves us vulnerable down low because we're now missing somebody who's 6'3" and above. So give me another big that's going to help me cover up that gap So okay, when Asia's doing what she got to do offensively and defensively, now I can worry about okay, boom, boom, boom. I can put Asia here, put somebody else here. Then we got a twin tower effect down low. I know what Asia gonna get me down on the block. I need somebody else that's gonna match that energy and be another enforcer. So I think getting another big solves a huge piece of that. We've been talking about getting Asia some help down low for years, Hundo, for years. For me personally, past couple seasons, but something get Asia not just help offensively, but defensively get Asia some help too.
Yeah,
So
I think Kia Stokes is a liability. But one thing that they did try to do, and that they did do was that they signed Cheyenne Parker Tyus, but she's out because she was pregnant.
yeah,
So hopefully they can get her back. Outside of that,
yeah,
I don't even any moves that they can make uh during the season to potentially shake things up and change things, right?
yeah,
So they might be out of luck. Like I said, hopefully they can get Cheyenne Parker Tyus back this season. And she can help them out down low and bring some physicality on the defensive end.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I think, like we talked about with Dallas and Chicago, it starts on the defensive end. So they got to bring it on defense. If anything, force some turnovers, something to get that offense going, and slow teams down. Because
yeah.
giving up and losing by 20 to the Valkyries, unacceptable.
Not gonna cut it, bro. I'm
Losing
telling
to the
you.
Sparks,
Yeah,
and this is a healthy Aces team, right? Like
exactly.
they're losing these games healthy.
Yep,
So
yep.
now with Asian hurt, we gonna see. We gonna see what they do.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. I don't have too much else to say about them.
One last note. Do you think there's anything that Becky can do? Do you think she's in any type of hot seat trouble potentially?
I don't think she's in a hot seat trouble. I think that this, unfortunately, is just nature of the game. Sometimes we have a down year. I think you have to go to the drawing board though. Like I said, you got to put a real magnifying glass on this team and says who needs to be here, who's an advocate, who's an ally, and who's a detriment. You got to really be real. No family discounts, no buddy buddy, no because you've been here, we're gonna continue to keep playing with you, KB. Some people got to go. We got to get some real people in here that's gonna really be an asset to this team. That's what has to happen. We can't just have people just coming in here thinking, oh, this the Aces and it's sweet. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. We can't do that. We got to get back to being dominant and being who we know to be, which is championship caliber basketball. So,
And
like I
and
said, I think you got to be real.
and that's my only worry when I think about Becky Hammond, right? Like you just said it, championship caliber. Like the Aces are an organization that wants to compete and win championships, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make it to the finals last year. They traded, they gave up, move on from KP,
Yeah.
got Jewel Lloyd. It hasn't been looking great.
Yeah.
But this is a team that we expect to be, competing for a championship. Asia Wilson is in her prime.
Yeah.
You can't waste these years. So my thing with Becky Hammond is, if we're not going to be, competing for a championship at the top of the league in the regular season, doing what we need to do, I have to start questioning, are you the right person to lead this team? So from my standpoint, it sounded like you're not placing the blame on her, but more so the front office side of things of actually building out the team, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely say that.
Okay.
Definitely say
Okay.
that.
Got you.
I
So we
think,
gonna see, man. We gonna see if they're able to put together a roster to, like you said, compete for a championship. I know they signed Dana Evans this past offseason, and I thought she would be a more consistent punch off the bench. But uh yeah,
cut.
we,
Cut.
we gonna see, man. I'm not gonna go that far and say they need to cut her, but I definitely think they need to, utilize her a little bit more.
To do what though, Hundo? Let's be real. When she was in Chicago last year, I called her Miss 10 Point because all she was good for was a little 10 piece.
Hey, but listen. If I can get 10 off the bench consistently, that's good. Now the problem comes when Miss Jewel Lloyd, who's used to averaging 20, is getting 5. So I think they really gonna have some conversations in the offseason about, and like I said, this 2026 free agency class is deep.
We gotta put the magnifying glass, Hundo. It's time. If we want to get back to championship caliber basketball, no more friendly deals. No more, I've been here and I should be able to stay here. It's time to cut the training wheels off the bike. Jump off the porch, as they say. Let's get back to hooping. I mean, we got the MVP on our team. We shouldn't be looked at as a laughing stock of the league right now. And that's how they're being viewed. It is sad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm done.
All right, man. Let's keep this thing pushing, man. We got 5 more teams to talk about. Yeah. Seattle. They just knocked off Minnesota. Big win.
Big win.
Skylar Diggins, NECA, Gabby Williams.
Yeah.
Man, that big three looking crazy out there in Seattle, man.
Yeah, they are.
My only question with Seattle is, will they be consistent? Will they show up every night and play how they played against Minnesota?
The answer I'm gonna give you short is no. I think that the Storm is unfortunate, like you talked about earlier in your article. If I didn't read, it's a little segue. The Hundo did say the Storm was over. Now there are some times you get a little spark, a lightning down, that drop on down into the sky. You get a little game or two out of them. But I think we talked about this in the chat, man. I don't think consistently we're gonna be able to see that same Storm team. So I think it's cool right now, and it gives them a little spark. But long term and playoff wise, nah, it ain't gonna work out long term. My personal opinion, not the way the league is looking this year. I don't see them consistently beating Minnesota, like a 3-game series or a 7-game series. So I just don't see that happening.
Yeah. Shout out, like I said, shout out to Skylar, shout out Gabby Williams, shout out NECA.
For sure.
Erica Willer's been playing pretty good so far for them this season. Like you said, just got to see it consistently.
Yep.
So that's going to be the big thing for them moving forward, consistency. And we're going to see that very soon because they play the Sparks on Tuesday, and then Saturday, upcoming Saturday, they play the Valkyries. So they should beat the Valkyries. Yeah. But I also thought the Aces should have beat the Valkyries. So who knows? We'll see.
It is crazy.
Phoenix. Yeah. Phoenix. Talk about your girl, man. Talk about your girl. Go ahead.
Satou Sabally. I mean, I told Hundo you could hoop. Thank you for proving me right. God bless you, Satou Sabally, because you've been hooping this year. And I appreciate you doing your thing. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to watch. I done voted for you back-to-back days to be an all-star this year. Because that's what you're playing like. That's what you're playing like. In the absence of AT, you were still hooping. In the absence of Miss Copper, you're still hooping. I mean, they said you couldn't do it, Satou. They was talking crazy on your name in Dallas. Said all you was injured, you're just an injury-prone hooper. Nah, you shined a new light on yourself. Huh? Yeah. Shout out to Satou Sabally, man. I mean, I'm just, it's a beautiful thing, Hundo. It's a beautiful thing to see Miss Satou Sabally hoop. And I'm, like I said, it's dope for me because, like I told you at the beginning of the season, I said, listen, Satou can still hoop, bro. People will sleep on Satou, and she did nothing this year but continue to do her thing, man. I mean, she really just been really locked in. Every game I done watched Satou hoop this year, she been locked in. I mean, she averaging 27 and 3 right now. I mean, those are crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Like I said, Kai's been hurt, AT been hurt, and she's still been hooping. Which means she's had the attention on her, and she's still been getting straight to it. So, hey,
that's good to see if you're Phoenix, man.
Yes.
When AT went down, I thought it was barbecue chicken for them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think Satou was gonna be able to keep hooping how she was.
Yeah.
And they were gonna keep, competing. They lost a few games, but they were competing and they were still winning. As
Mm-hmm.
as we see, they're what fourth in the standings.
Yes,
So
sir.
still near the top. Still competing against the top team. So shout out to
Yep.
Satu, man. Like you said, she's definitely the all-star. Everybody go put their votes in, man. Go
Please,
vote. Let us know what your vote looking like as well.
please.
Don't be bogus. Please don't be
Please,
bogus.
please, bro.
Don't put nothing bogus on your ballot.
I promise you.
Don't
'Cause
vote for nobody who been hurt.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Don't
But
do that. For real.
anyways, shout out Satu, man.
That's
AT came back the other day and had a
AT
double
coming back.
double. So shout
And,
out to
and
AT.
and Kyle will be back by next week. I just got
Yeah, so
word.
so
Breaking
we gonna
news.
see, man. Phoenix, man, definitely in a good spot.
Oh,
I
they're in a
thought they
great
was
spot.
gonna be competing
Yeah,
pretty high in the standings. I didn't necessarily see them this high in the standings,
yeah.
but I definitely thought they would be a playoff team. And hey, like we talked about at the beginning of the season, it's only 3 of them.
Bro,
But shoot,
only 3 of
1
them.
and 2 been hooping so far.
Exactly.
And we ain't seen Kai
We
yet.
ain't seen
So
Kai yet, bro.
it might get scary because Kai's
My
a dog on
goodness.
both ends.
I'm telling you, Hundo. And this is really taking me out, bro, because I see Phoenix as one of those dark horse teams that come playoff time, they could really pull off an upset.
Yeah,
They could really pull off an upset. We like you just said, we've seen 1 and 2. We ain't seen Kai yet, but we know who Kai is.
yeah,
We know who AT is, and we seen what Satu been on this year.
yeah.
They could be a dark horse team to knock somebody off. They could knock off the Liberty. They could knock off Minnesota in a close game, close series. It could happen. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, it don't do nothing but bring a joy to my face to see them three young women hoop together.
Hey, Satu, keep hooping. That's all I'm saying.
Please,
Keep hooping.
yeah, because Hunter
Don't
he
get
went through
hurt.
the downfall.
Don't get hurt and don't slip up for a few games. Cause I'm gonna be right here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
he's
back
right
on your
there.
head.
I know he is. I know he is. And that's what I'm saying to you, Satu. Keep doing your thing, girl. I'm on your side. It's really like me and Hunter be like opposites. He be really going for my ops in this opposite way. I be like, bro, like, why you hating so much? Like, you hooping. Like, Ali, watch your hoop, bro.
Hey, I give her credit, man. She definitely hooping. Like I said, she
For
an
sure.
all-star. But hey, keep it up and stay healthy. That's all I
Yeah,
ask.
that's real. That's real.
Atlanta, the dream.
Yeah.
6-3.
Yeah, they higher than I
Six and
thought
three.
too.
They lost that first game to Washington. We was a little, suspect about them.
Yeah,
But they've been hooping, man. Shout out to Allisha Gray,
Yep.
Ryan,
Shout out,
BG, Bree
Yep.
Jones.
Yep.
They've been hooping, man.
Yeah. And you just named the top 4 right there. I mean, the Bible talks about having 2 or 3 touching the green. They got 4. So when you got 4 out of your 5 touching the green, yeah, this 6-3 record speaks volumes. It's clear what's happening here. So yeah, man. I listen. I personally, man, I knew Ryan was gonna be a dog because she always is. I had a feeling BG was gonna come in and do a little something. Allisha Gray surprised me. Now, I knew she could hoop, but I mean, at the level she's been hooping at, as well as Miss Jones, listen, they're doing really good. They're doing really good. Another team for me personally, little X factor. Come playoff time, could slip up, win a game or two, win a series, catch somebody sleeping for real. I know we're getting ready to talk about 2 teams that are just dominant right now, but we saw even in Unrivaled now, once again, different players are the same, different, overall thing. But top team all year, MVP, and them girls undefeated, and got to a point it was like, oh, we ran into a buzzsaw for real. So, hey, we know it take one game, one possession sometimes. So anything could happen, man, once them playoffs hit. So keep doing what y'all doing out there in Atlanta, and in Phoenix. And I'm excited to see where the end gonna be at, man. We'll get into these top 2.
Yeah, and one more thing I'll add about the Dream. I kind of view them in a similar boat as Seattle. Kind of like I just don't know, bro. Like yes, they're 6-3. Like I mentioned, top 4 hooping right now. But it's just like, bro, I don't know. Like, can they keep this up? Can they be consistent? Can they consistently beat, top teams? They just lost to the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah.
Who's one of the worst teams in the league? So it's like, bro, when y'all show me that y'all losing to the Sun, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, I can't trust y'all to pull off an upset like Phoenix possibly could,
Yeah,
in a playoff series. So
I hear
I
that.
just need to see it consistently from them. Like beat the teams you're supposed to beat. If you
Mm-hmm.
lose to the top teams, cool, but dominate.
That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, brother. And then there were two.
And then there were two. Minnesota, like we just talked about, just lost, just fell
Mm-hmm.
to Seattle. They
Mm-hmm.
were undefeated before that game.
Yep.
Um, Pretty back and forth game. They were up. Seattle was up.
Mm-hmm.
Close, tight in the first half. Third
Yep.
quarter came. Both teams went on runs, and then fourth quarter they just couldn't. They just couldn't close it out. Right.
Right.
Um, but I think they're still in good shape. I think they're fine. Fee playing at an MVP level right now. I
Mm-hmm.
think definitely right now, like if the award we talked about rookie of the year, Fee
Mm-hmm.
is MVP right now.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
By far,
for
like
sure.
unanimous. Like
We talked about
he's
this
hooping at a
though.
high level.
We talked about this in Unrivaled. We said if she keep going this same trajectory from Unrivaled, she was gonna be MVP this year, and she did. She heard us loud and clear, loud
Fact,
and clear. And
fact.
yeah, nothing's changed. I mean, she's playing at MVP level, and I don't foresee that changing anytime soon, man. I really
Yeah,
don't.
since she lost that finals, it's been a
Hey,
different Fee. She
different
just took
feet.
it to another level, bro. She took it to another level. So shout
Telling
out
you.
Fee, man. Shout out Courtney Williams as well. Kayla McBride's been playing good since she's came back, man. I'm a big fan of Kayla McBride, bro.
Yeah,
Can shoot it, going to defend at a very high level.
sharpshooter, sniper.
Um, that was big to get her back for
Yeah,
Minnesota.
that's true.
They needed that shooting, and with her, Batman and Robin, Fee and K Mac.
Talk,
So
talk about the dream though. Talk about Miss Courtney Williams and the pink hair. Talk about
yeah, yeah. Her, her and Natasha Heidemann, the stud buds.
it. But it's crazy.
Hey, that's the name of their show.
Hey yo,
they got a whole Twitch show, bruh.
they do.
But
They do.
she's definitely been playing at a high level.
Yeah.
Top point guard in the league so far this year. Facilitating, we know she can get to that mid range and knock it down. A veteran presence on the court. She struggled the other night against the Storm. Ended up getting benched for Heidemann. Heidemann had been playing a little bit better that game, but consistently, Courtney Williams been right there. She's a dog. She'll be fine moving forward.
Yeah, I agree, man. I ain't got too much to say about them. They've been hooping, and I appreciate the hoops that they've been providing to the league. So yeah, I'm excited to see what that looks like come playoff time, and as we continue to push through the Commissioner's Cup. And like I said, let's keep going. Let's keep going. New
I'm
York.
just waiting on them to play New York.
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to say. I want to see them play New York.
That junk not until July, but I'm waiting on that matchup. But let's just talk about New York since we here. Undefeated, 9-0.
Yeah.
Been playing good. Just beat up on the Sky the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Just balanced.
Bro.
Balanced. That's the one thing that I think about with them. Like high level 3-point shooting, but it's balanced. JJ missed a couple of games with the injury. But Sabrina, Stewie, Natasha Cloud playing at a high level. Kennedy Burke off the bench playing at a high level.
That's facts. I agree with that wholeheartedly, bro. And I'll tell you one thing that really has been an X factor for them, I think, has been Natasha Cloud. I know we've kind of been talking about her, outside of everything, but I think she's come in and fit perfectly in with this Liberty team. And also it's been a catalyst and a spark for them. I think off the bench, she's been starting obviously, but I think she's been a crazy catalyst for them in regards to when they've been hooping. I think she's been a perfect addition, coming in, scoring where she needs to, getting the ball to who she needs to get the ball to, facilitating, getting a little couple boards even when she needs to. Man, I think she's really just been a perfect addition as the one for them. And so her having the opportunity to, or the two, excuse me, her having the opportunity to, just be great with them and add into what they already had, man, it really takes some pressure off of some of the people who've been already on the court, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been forcing people to kind of like, okay, cool. She's super energetic, so she always gonna be around the ball, super, always, hustling. And that's something that I think that they may have been missing, because I think when they miss their shot, sometimes they don't go chase it down. She always gonna find that ball somewhere. And go get the ball to Sab, which frees her up, and go get the ball to Stewie as well. So yeah, man, shout out to Natasha Cloud. I think you really just been hooping out of the gym. So
yeah, Yeah, she's a dog, man, on both ends, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we talked about with Courtney Williams, like two dogs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, and I like that you mentioned it. She always around the ball.
Yeah.
She always around the ball, bro. So give them another ball handler with Saab. Saab's been doing a good job facilitating as well this year. But shout out to the Liberty, man. Definitely looking to repeat. Um, definitely looking like the strongest team in the league right now.
Yeah.
With Minnesota. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. They definitely head on for a crash course in July.
We've been watching.
So hey, we locked in. We
I
locked in.
promise. Promise.
But as you know, the All-Star voting has started. It opened up yesterday at like
Yeah.
2 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the All-Star selections so far? Who's been standing out for you so far this season?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I voted both days, and I voted for similar players. I think both times. I look at some people who I think will be shoe-ins to be all stars, like Asatu Sabli. I think she's a shoe-in to be an all star this year. I look at, for me personally, I'm looking at Court Williams and Natasha Cloud. I think they shoe-ins to be all stars. I look at Skylar Diggins. I think she's a shoe-in to be an all star. And even then now we got some young bulls. I gave a vote yesterday or today to Paige. I gave a vote to both days actually to Kiki. So I think that we just have some like really players who are just gonna be shoe-ins. I mean, I think as much as the Ace have been struggling, Asia still gonna be an all-star. I think that's another shoe-in. I honestly think and pretty much know that CC gonna make the all-star team again, just because of the people who are voting and the fans and even people who don't watch the game. They're gonna vote for Caitlin Clark to be an all-star. But she's been hooping when she's been hooping. So I mean, I think she deserves it as well. So for me, I've really been trying to look at this strategically this year
Yeah.
and make sure that I'm picking players who are not just like big names, but really been hooping this year in the W.
Mm-hmm.
And then some players who've been hooping it may not necessarily make it. Like I haven't necessarily
Yeah.
put in a vote for Erica Wheeler. I think she's been playing all right this year. I didn't necessarily put in a vote for who I'm missing. Kelsey Mitchell. I think she's been hooping in the absence of CC. Because I mean, it's some players who may be quote unquote snubbed or may not make it like a Veronica Burton. But not to say they haven't been playing at a close to an all-star caliber level as well. So, yeah.
And I think that's gonna be the hard part too. As we know, the fan vote makes up half of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are just voting for their favorite players and not really
Mm-hmm.
looking at who's been hooping for real,
Yeah.
it ain't but so much they can do.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's gonna be a lot of players that's on that bubble. Like you look at somebody like a Brittany Sykes been balling on a bad team. Marina Mabry been balling on a bad team.
Yep.
Angel Reese probably at the top of the league in rebounds
Mm-hmm.
on a bad team. Probably might not make it.
Might not make it. She ain't getting none of my votes.
You even looked at like an Allisha Gray, a Ryan Howard, KP. Like these are people who have been playing at a high level, but will they get in? So we're gonna see, man. It's definitely gonna be tough. Like I said, especially for them guards. Even like K-Mac. Like K-Mac's been hooping since she came back.
Right.
But will she get in? 9 times out of 10 is a popularity contest. So we're gonna see. Hopefully, the media members and the players make the right decision for the other 50%. Because we know the fans are gonna vote for whoever they like.
Nah, fact. That's a fact,
So
brother.
we gonna see, man. Voting should be coming out soon. As we know, last year the league vote getters were CC and AB.
Mm-hmm.
Were they the 2 best players in the league during that time?
Nah. But that's how it is.
So
that's why I said Caitlyn gonna make it again this year. Paige gonna make it this year for sure. And like I said, I think Asia gonna make it again this year for sure. I think AB probably gonna make it again this year. But like you said, it's gonna be interesting to me to like see if people really looking logically at like a Ryan Howard out in Atlanta, really hooping, going crazy, right? Shoot, honestly, I think Deshaun Carrington has all-star potential this year. I know she's a guard. Well, she considered a guard or a big?
Yeah, guard.
Guard. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because the front court you can vote for 4 people. I mean, the guards you're gonna vote for 4 people. I don't know, but I think she's been hooping. That front court man is gonna get sticky though, because I mean I think it's a lot of bigs and forwards. At she gonna get,
18.
excuse me, AT, but she gonna get enough votes. You know what I'm saying, to like really lock in. Like I mean I voted for her, but I mean like people
Mhm.
really looking at her like, oh, but AT's been one of the best at continuously recording double doubles and triple doubles in the history of the NBA. I mean the WNBA, excuse me.
Yeah.
So I mean, are people looking at that, or they're looking at just whatever? So
Mhm.
it's I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. So this is my push. Fans of the W, real fans of the W, not just people who watch some games. Vote strategically, vote logically, and vote with, okay, I've been watching who's really been hooping, right? I get it. Every once in a while, we got 28 days of voting. I think you can do. I think the voting's open until the 20th of June. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah, you may have a day. You just pick random people, but really, pick people who you know have been hooping and who consistently show you that they hooping now. Don't just
Yeah.
pick them because they had one good game, like you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. And some people may I have the opportunity to turn around, but between now and the 28th, for me to add my votes in, like an Angel Reese, for me personally, hasn't been getting votes because yeah, you averaging a double double, but for me personally, I've seen some of those boards. I'm not thrilled, so you can't get my vote. You feel me? But if you can turn it around and you really get a legit 12 boards to 15 boards and it's legit, bet it's easy turnaround and easy put your name on the ballot. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see you there. I want to give the women who really been hooping the opportunity to be an all-star. So,
Mhm.
and I know I'm not no critic. I'm not on no actual boards. I'm just John. But I also want to see women be there who I think deserve to truly be there. So.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. Anything else you want to add or talk about, brother?
Nah, brother, this is like I said, it's my double header for the day. I'm glad that we were able to get this in, man. As the W does always get my respect. These women hoopers have been playing phenomenally, man. I really have been enjoying what I've been watching in the W. Continue to like, comment, subscribe to the pod. We're going to continue to put out more of our polls of who I think and who Hundos thinks are, top 5 players at certain positions. I've really been getting on my head about KP not being on that point guard list, but she's not a point guard. I'm gonna say it again. KP in Vegas, nor LA has run the one. Buddy said to me in the comments, "Oh, I watched the game 2 weeks ago. Then they announced her as a starting point guard." Shut up. And I'm tired of y'all ghost accounts getting on here trying to argue with me and being wrong, loud and wrong. I think I had one person I said, "Oh, I respect your opinion." The rest of y'all just talking, bro. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Like some people, don't get me wrong. Some people have had some. Oh, you could have did this, this, and this. Cool, that makes sense. But you coming to me arguing about adding somebody that's not a one? KP don't even run the one, bro. I watched the past 3 games. Miss Sims has been bringing the ball up the court, and KP been looking for that rock. KP has not been running the one. Does she have more assists? Yes, she does. But she is not running the one, bro. She's not. She's not. I'm gonna say it again. KP is not running the one in LA. So now on the 2 list, I will be dropping a shooting guard list. Now this list is a lot tougher to do because there's a lot of 2s right now hooping. So that would be a lot tougher. So I'll get that list out to y'all soon. I love the interactions though with the fans. Please don't stop commenting on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you are. I love it. I love the debate. I love the banter because I love to hear what y'all thoughts are and hear the hearts of the people. So we appreciate it. That's right now currently our most viewed and most liked post on TikTok. Please run it up the next one. We got an NBA post up right now. Run that up. We'll put some more W posts, NFL posts, MLB posts. Run it all up, man. We trying to get all the likes, comments, views, subscriptions, everything that we can get, man. We want to continue to be the best that we can for y'all. And while y'all commenting, come watch the pod. Give us your opinions on the pod and what y'all think. Read the articles that are being written by Hundo and Colin, man. We're giving you what we think is good content. And if y'all think it's not good, give us some constructive criticism. We want to hear it all, man. We want to continue to be good as we can be. We want God to continue to be glorified. And we want this just to be a good podcast about sports and hearing what we got to say because we think that our opinion is valid and it should be shared to the people, just like everybody else. So please, as we always say, like, comment, subscribe. Share with your friends, your families, your neighbors, your cousins, your aunts, uncles. Tell somebody the good word and the good news about the Winning Shot podcast being out here. We appreciate all the love and support that you all continue to provide to us and show us, and we're going to continue to be here for y'all as we always are. God bless and have a wonderful evening here at the Winning Shot podcast. We always try our best to be the best. Peace.
Peace.